Hey folks, welcome to Annie's Music Lessons, and I'm going to show you how to play Twinkle Twinkle. We're going to start off with the D scale first. So I'm going to show you on the banjo, and once you know it on the banjo, it's pretty much the same on the mandolin then anyway. So we'll start off with the banjo, I'll run to it in the mandolin after. So the first thing we're going to learn about is, presuming this is someone who never picked up a banjo or mandolin before, we'll start off with the strings. You count your strings from the bottom up. First bottom string, the thinnest one, is E. You pick back near the bridge. If you hold your pick down on the strings like that, that's roughly about where the point of the pick stops. That's roughly on the strings where you pick, you get your better tone out of it. Depending on the banjo, this is a short neck banjo, so a little bit closer to the pick, so a little bit further out for you. You'll find your tone. You just don't want to be way over here. So anywhere within the first couple of inches out from the bridge is fine. So start with the bottom string, which is your E string. Then your second string is A. And then you have D, third string. And then your top string then is G. Okay, so each of these squares, that's your frets. So you don't put your fingers on the little fret bars. See the little bars there? You put your fingers in the spaces between the fret bars. And you want to be at least in the middle or up near that side of it there. If you're back too far in the fret, you get a lot of that. So just by moving your finger up to the middle, you get a much clearer tone. Okay, so we'll start off with the D scale first. Everyone starts with the D scale just to get used to the finger and stuff like that. So generally your first finger plays these first two frets. So for the first few months you won't be worrying about the first fret. So your first finger will be in the second fret. Your second middle finger then, this one here, plays the third or the fourth fret, depending if it's a C or a C sharp. And your third finger then always plays the fifth fret for the G, the high D, the high A, and later on when you get more used to it, you'll be over here on the low C. Okay, so we start with the D scale. And that's something you want to be able to keep playing every day for years. You can use it as a warm-up when you get better at the banjo, better at playing and stuff like that. So we're going to start off by picking the third string. So if you go count up from the bottom, 1, 2, 3. So it's your third string, or the second one down from the top. You just pick that string once. That's your D note. So the D scale. Your notes then come in alphabetical order in the scales. So your next note then would be E. F sharp on the fourth fret. Your E's in the second fret here. It's a little bit hard to see it. Then you get your second finger into the fourth fret for the F sharp. And you pick that third string. And your fifth finger goes into G on the fifth fret. Sorry, your third finger. And then you repeat that pattern on the second string. So you go down then a string, you pick the second string open. First finger again into the second fret for the B. Second finger in the fourth fret for the C sharp. And your third finger then goes into the fifth string for the high D. So I'll just show you that once more, nice and slow. D, open, no fingers, third string. E, second fret, third string. Then your second finger, fourth fret for the F sharp. And fifth fret for the G. Repeat that on the second string. So when you're holding the banjo, you want to hold it kind of as much in the middle and have the neck of it going up that way. You don't want to have your hand kind of clamping onto it too much. So you're kind of balancing it from this side. And then you just kind of get your thumb around the back or on the top of the neck at the back, and you allow your fingers then to do the rest. I was holding my hand down like that so you could see. But try and keep your hand away from the banjo as much as possible and just use your fingertips for the strings. Like. Okay, right, so we'll move on to Twinkle Twinkle. See how you get on with that. So the first 4 notes, you don't need this hand at all. You pick your 3rd string and your 2nd string. So you have 2 D's and 2 A's, and that will sound like this. D, D, 2nd string, A, A. Then you put your 1st finger on the B, 2nd fret on the 2nd string, and you pick it twice. Then you go back to A, no fingers. Okay, so just run over that once more. It's D, D, 2nd string, A, again 2nd string, B, and back to A. Okay, once more. D, D, A, B, B, A. Sorry, A. So your next line then after that, you start on the G, which is your 3rd finger, ring finger, on the 5th fret in the 2nd, 3rd string. So you count up 1, 2, 3. So then you follow that string right down till open, no fingers, starting with your 3rd finger on the G, 2nd finger on the F sharp, 4th fret, 1st finger on the E, which is the 2nd fret. Right, I'll just show you that once more. G, G, 3rd, all 3rd strings, so you're picking the 3rd string as well. Open. So it's fret 5, 4, 2, and open. No fingers. So the next part then, shoulder stiffening up a bit. So the next part then, you start from the A string, no fingers on the A, open 2nd string, A, G, F sharp, E, back to A, open 2nd string again, then you go to the 3rd string, G, F sharp, E. Right, the last 2 lines then are just a repeat from the first 2 lines. So you're back to 2 open strings, A, or sorry, D, D, A, B, B, A, G, 5th fret, 3rd string, 4th fret, that switches F sharp, E on the 2nd fret, and open D. So to play the full tune then. Right, I'll show you quickly on the mandolin before we go. Put that over there. This is the one I prefer to play myself. So it's exactly the same thing. Tuning's the same. Bottom string E, A, D, and G. It's a little bit out of tune there now. If you can play the banjo, you can basically play the mandolin. Vice versa, if you can play the mandolin, you can play the banjo. The only difference is you have double strings. See there? So instead of having 1 of each, you have 2 E strings, 2 A strings, 2 Ds, 2 Gs. And over here as well, you pick 2 strings together. And you put your finger on 2 strings together at the same time here. So they're just paired up and doubled, similar to a 12-string guitar. The only other difference is the neck is shorter. The notes are in the same place, but different. What do you hear? You have E there, and you have E here, but a higher octave. Same A, D, G. So we start off Twinkle Twinkle. We'll quickly go through it just to show you it's the same thing. You can learn it better from the banjo because it's easier to see. Bigger, more space for fingers. So it's D, D, A, B, B, A, G, F sharp, 4th fret, E, 2nd fret, D, open. A again on the 2nd string, G, 3rd string, F sharp, E, open A, 3rd string again then for G, 5th fret, F sharp, 4th fret, and E on the 2nd fret. So again, back to the first 2 lines. third string. So just to run through the tune quickly for you. Okay, so have a go at that. Enjoy. Chat to you soon.